is Dr. Lou Cella, Doctor of Sport and Performance Psychology. In this video, we're going to talk about Innovator Derangement Syndrome. Innovator Derangement Syndrome. Innovator Derangement Syndrome happens when people, let's say football coaches, they feel the compulsion to innovate with their offense. Now you're going to say, well, that's not such a bad thing. Bill Walsh did that. Bro, you ain't Bill Walsh. And if you are Bill Walsh, let me know. Innovator Derangement Syndrome is what happens when coaches start to get compulsions that they need to add plays. So, let me give you examples of this. So, a coach puts in the 4 base runs of the offense: the zone dive, the mid triple, the trap, the toss. He understands you run zone dive, you get 4 yards, you run zone dive again. And if you end up running zone dive every play, that's great. That's what Air Force does. If they don't get 4 yards on zone dive, they're going to run mid triple or trap. They run mid triple when the defender over the tackle comes down to take the B back on zone dive. And if he comes up the field to take the quarterback, they run trap. Because they know that the Mike backer is going to sit inside and take the B back. So those 3 core runs are 30 plays a game that Air Force ran last year and started the season 8-0 for the first time since 1985. So if you look at that rationally, those 3 plays were 30 plays a game. The average high school offense, you're running 48 plays a game. So, pretty much, you don't need a whole lot of other offense. You need passing game, quarterback sneak, and rocket toss, and you're done. You don't need anything else. And if you happen to run more than 48 plays a game, guess what? That's probably because you're really, really good at running zone dive, mid, triple, trap, especially zone dive. So you're just going to end up running more than 30 plays. Now, here's what happens when you have Innovator Derangement Syndrome. What will end up happening is you'll go, well, we need 2 answers. So you're going to add a play. So if number 1 comes down to take the B back, you're going to come out and you're going to run outside of air. Because in 1984, your high school coach did that. Or your daddy's high school coach did that. And some old timer's guilting you to go, we used to make a living running outside of air. Innovator Derangement Syndrome. Another example. Number 1 comes up the field. Traps the answer. You don't need 2 answers. You got 1. But then you get somebody that goes, well, we can run short power and kick them out and hand the ball to the A-back. That way we get the A-back some carries. So then you put in that play. Then what starts to happen is you just open the floodgates for Innovator Derangement Syndrome. Then you start to add more stuff. Well, we can beat the blitz with hot routes. Let's get into the spread formation and let's start throwing hot routes. Then before you know it, you can't get good at anything. So now you run an offense that looks like a Chinese buffet. There's 100 things at the Chinese buffet and none of them are good. And all they do is jack up your blood sugar and make you less healthy. And then sooner or later you have a heart attack and die. Okay. Innovator Derangement Syndrome. You have to fight this with every fiber of your being. You must turn from these wicked ways and trust the system. The system is run zone dive, get 4 yards, run zone dive again. Don't get 4 yards on zone dive. Number 1 takes the B, you run mid triple. He takes the quarterback, you run trap. They blitz, you toss it. Anything else, you throw it. That's it. Those are David's 5 smooth stones to beat Goliath. He had 5 smooth stones ready to go. He was humble enough to know he needed 5. He knew he didn't need 6 or 7 because he knew if 5 didn't work, he was dead. But he only needed 1 and he knew how to use the slingshot. And I said over and over and over, what I do here with the Triple Option Football Academy, Sports Psychology for Football, all the things I do, it's a ministry. It's a ministry designed to get you to realize you're David. and that you're going to learn how to be Goliath. Because I've been helping people do it for the last 15 years through the grace of God. And only by the grace of God. Innovator derangement syndrome. You must destroy it. And the way you destroy it is your faith and trust in the system. You stick to the data. You stick to the numbers. And you thwart any feelings, emotions, philosophies, ideologies that you or others have, because they're going to wreck you. Don't let innovator derangement syndrome wreck you. Trust the system. When you go to tripleoptionfootball.com/testimonials, you're going to see a bunch of people who trusted the system, won big, and live better lives as a direct result. So if you're ready to become a client, pick up the phone and give me a call right now. I just realized I started changing thumbnails, so my phone number is not on the thumbnail of this video anymore. Just realize that. So what's going to happen is you're going to call 570-332-0265, 570-332-0265. Go to tripleoptionfootball.com to learn how the academy and the camp works. And I'll see you in the next video. We'll talk soon.